Hey, good morning. It's March 30th, 2023, Thursday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, and I'm uh, getting the day started actually in a pretty good way. I try to every single day make a woman laugh and smile, but if I can make a guy laugh and smile, that's good too. And it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet, and I took my dog out and I decided, I didn't have any Splenda for the coffee, and I decided I'd go to Wawa and get a latte and take the dog with me because I had to take the dog out in the morning. So um, I go into the Wawa, and again, I have this objective, and I need to get at least one person, preferably a woman, to laugh and smile once a day, every day. So I go into the Wawa and I order the latte, and I'm standing in line. But when where did I see? Anyway, I saw the numbers of the devil 666 on the order number on the order tag, and there was this pretty girl waiting in line, to get her coffee. And I said to her, and the person behind the counter calls out 666, and I was like, uh-oh. And this, the girl, I said, is that your number? And she goes, yeah. I said, I would ask them for a different number. And she laughed and smiled. And said, yeah, it's not a good number, is it? I said, well, maybe they'll give you a different one if you ask nicely, or you could demand it. She laughed and smiled and walked away. So that's my one woman, and a young girl too. She laughed and smiled. And then, and so then they come with my latte. The girl's a nice young girl working the counter at Wawa, making the coffees, making the special order coffees. She brings my latte over. She says, 674, I looked at her, and she said, well, have a nice day. I said, well, thank you. You know what I'm going to do? And she goes, what do you mean? I said, I'm just saying, I'm going to try to have a nice day. And you know what's going to help me have a nice day? She goes, what's that? I said, well, I'm going to think about you as I'm drinking this latte. And she smiled, and she said, well, thank you. It makes me feel good. I got a selfish motive for doing this. So that's two. Oh, I forgot. I ran into a lady in the parking lot on the way out, on the way to Wawa, that I noticed she was inside her car. I said, oh, and it was early too. So I said, oh, Donna, you're an early bird today. And she goes, oh, well, I have something to do. That's why I'm out here early. And I said, well, I'm going to run to the Wawa. I need you to do me a favor. And she said, what's that? I said, save my parking spot. There's no parking here. There's like, I don't know, 15 spaces for a building that has 90 units. There's never enough parking. As soon as I leave, somebody takes my parking spot. And I said, Donna, and she was parked right next to me. I said, Donna, I want you to save my parking spot for me. And they're working on the elevators here, and they've got all kinds of heavy equipment out. They've got these orange cones, like cordoning off their equipment out in the parking lot. I said, Donna, I want you to go get some of those orange cones and bring them over here so I can have my parking spot when I get back. She's laughing, she's smiling, laughing. That's three. So I'm good for like the next 3 days, So we get back here, and I have to walk the dog around the front because I have to come in the front door here. That's another story. So these guys are some heavy duty work going on the elevators right now, and these guys are out doing tough physical labor. It's cool to see that, it's really cool to see that. And so I'm walking the dog past these guys that are working on the equipment, and one guy looks over at me, and I hold my coffee up. I say, hey, good morning. He goes, hey, good morning. And so he starts walking towards the building with some equipment. And I said, hey, buddy. And he goes, yeah, what's up? And he was working on the elevator. I said, is it true that people that work on the elevators in any given day have their ups and downs? Elevator. And he laughs and he smiles. That's four. I can't straighten my little finger. But that's, wait a minute. How about I use my thumb? That's four. Four people before 8 o'clock in the morning that I made laugh and smile. And let me tell you, that is getting the day started off on the right foot. If you're a lefty, the left foot. So it's a nice thing to do, to reach out and touch somebody and make them smile and just have a moment of happiness, I guess you could say. Fun, whatever, interaction, and taking your mind off all the other crap that's going on in your life, you know. And the guy, he made a comment back to me. He says, "Oh yeah, and we're known for having our ups and downs." He was trying to make a sexual joke, and I said, I know your ups and downs between the sheets, right?" And then he laughed again. But I can't count that as number 5 because it's the same guy. I think I should be able to count that, don't you? So, Satan, is the point of, and this is actually my my self-protection against Satan, because Satan, I don't know what your religious things are, but there's good and evil in the world, and Satan is the icon of evil. Although it's weird the way Satan manifests himself. And if you know any alcoholics that are in AA, one of the things that they always say about alcohol is that it's patient, and it's lurking all the time, and it's ready to pounce on you. And I feel like that's been my experience with Satan over the past 2 or 3 years. 3 years, the past 3 years. Well, actually past 19, 20, 21, 22, yeah. And into 23. The past 3, 4 years, I feel like, all the horrible things that have happened over the past 3 or 4 years, it feels like Satan. It feels like there's this evil force that's waiting in the wings and waiting for me to get emotional and weak, and then pounces on you and puts me into this like hateful kind of tailspin, contemptuous, hateful kind of tailspin. But this is my weapon against that. You have to be proactive. You just can't sit back and think that the good things are going to happen. You have to get out there and make good things happen to other people that you don't know. Right? You think that's easy? It's not. So, my little comment about Satan today is that he needs a therapist. He's stuck in a rut. I mean, he's doing the same thing all the time. For how long? Millennia. And it's time for a change for him, for Satan. And I think that Satan should petition God. You can, there's a good song, right? By the Doors. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. You cannot petition Jim Morris. That's an amazing performance there. But the Doors, Jim Morrison did a song about, and the opening line is him screaming. Oh, he's a good screamer, really good scream. You cannot petition the Lord with prayer. But I think Satan might be able to. And if Satan's listening right now, I say, look, Big S, come on, man. You got so many things that you could do that are better than what you're doing, making people hate each other and all the misery and agony and pain and emotional pain. I think it's basically inflicted on us or by us to ourselves with Satan's help. And if Satan could just get a good therapist, maybe another demon in hell is having the same psychological problems. Like I'm tired of doing this. It's been very successful. Satan has had a lot of victories and a lot of success over so long a period of time that probably doesn't like himself very much anymore. And if there's a truly forgiving God, and that's to all creatures of God's creation, Satan should get a therapist and decide how he's going to approach this issue and this problem that he has in his existence, or her existence. I don't know what gender Satan is. Satan can affect men or women, doesn't really matter. It seems like men. Well, no, that's not true. Not in my life, anyway. Well, yeah, it's men and women. Sorry to get off on a tangent there. But that makes sense to me. And there's this constant presence, I feel, that at any given moment I could relapse into like this, and I'm sure many people can understand what I'm saying. You could relapse into this I don't know, feeling sorry for yourself, self-pity or something like that. Excuse me. Jeez. And when that happens, Satan pounces, man. If he sees you being weak, you know, and I stop doing this thing that I try to do every day to make other people laugh and smile and have a moment of feeling good. I don't know these people, but I feel good, man. I feel so good, and I feel resilient too. And so, you know, when I fall, it's a daily struggle for me because of some things that have happened, and I just need to work my way out of it. And it takes determination and a belief in yourself that you can move past something that's really messed you up, you know? And to me, it's obvious that there's only one way to do that, and that's to do something good for people you don't even know, and don't expect anything in return, you know? It feels really good, and I would encourage any of you to give it a try because it works. And you know, occasionally you come across a person that's not having a good day, and they'll get away from me. Okay, but it's still a good thing. Oh God. Anyway, peace, y'all. I hope you have a great day, and try to make somebody else that you don't know, or even that you do know, smile and laugh, even for a moment. That's a momentary victory for you, and it's a very good thing for the person that you're doing that for. I would encourage you to do it, and maybe you could use some of the tactics that I shared with you today to accomplish that. Peace be with you, and I hope you have some smiles and some laughter in your day today. Peace.